Mm-hmm. 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 Don't mind me, folks. I'm just getting started a little early. I'm not going to start the actual session yet. Just trying to get things situated so that I can start on time without any problems. All right. Let's see. I got this right there. All right. Let's get this up. Hmm. What am I looking at? Let's do this. Let's do that. All right. And we can get to futures. Okay. Hmm. All righty. Got about 4 minutes as I'm waiting. And I'm going to pop out my chats and whatnot. Pop out chat. There you go. All right. Let's get that over here on the left. Let's get this over here on the right. Everybody's looking delicious. Just delicious. All right. Let me get that refreshed. Good, good. Seems like we're chugging right along. All right. We got the RT Money Meter updates here. Yeah. Some big changes, huh? Euro is still the strongest. All right. Pound right behind it. NZD. Look where NZD was last week. Minus 334 to 395. Positive 395. That is just crazy. That's just crazy. Swiss made a nice significant leap. Yen went from negative territory to uh, closer to stronger bullish territory. I mean, these are pretty significant jumps. But the CAD, even though it got a little stronger, uh, the rest of them moved even stronger. But the biggest one is US dollar. Look at that, man. 0.39 to minus 3.33. That is just nuts. Nuts. Nuts, I say. Nuts, I say. So we'll see. We will see. But I want to make sure that we are running. We are running. And the notice has gone out. Oh, let me make sure I got the notice going now. All right. Put this in the chat. Okay, I didn't get it right. All right. What the heck is this? All right. Let's do this instead. Copy video URL. How about that? All right. All right. Uh, and let me put this in the big chat. The free Telegram. Okay, here we go. And copy, edit. Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. So everybody's got a little notice. All right. What time is it? It's time. May profits be upon you. Hey, good to see you. It's been a long time. I'm handling personal matters. So my I couldn't focus on putting out new content and all, but I wanted to get this last one out before the year ends. Uh, I don't think I'll decide. I'll decide concretely later, I suppose, in the week. But I don't think I'll. Uh, I'm not so sure I'll be putting out another live stream before the end of the year. All right, the 2 weeks into December is where I usually like to uh, stop activities because the volume decreases for the last couple of weeks during the holidays between the run up to Christmas and New Year's until until the new year begins. The last 2 weeks is usually kind of funky to trade, and I would not recommend anybody trade during the last 2 weeks of December, honestly. But you do what you want. There's some aggressive traders out there, and you know, y'all might not see the pitfalls. Yogita Jane, you are the first. How are you, sir? Didn't see you last week. Yeah, I was just explaining that, man. Trying to handle my personal stuff, and you know, I got but so many hours in the day, and my focus has to be on that. So, but I'm still here with you. You know what I mean? And you can always hit me up if you're in the chats. Just check out the links in my YouTube. You can hit me on the community tab on the YouTube channel and all, or hit me up on TradingView at any time. All right. Um, uh, Now let's get down to it, shall we? Let's take a look at the RT Money Meter. The RT Money Meter tracks the rate of change of each individual currency futures. All right. Over a period of 3 weeks. All right. I update my chart every week so I can, see, you know, trends. You know what I mean? Now, what I want you to see is who's strongest and who's weakest, and I like to put those two against each other, right? And because that gives you your best chance of success. But I need you this week to not go to what I normally do. I say, oh, we'll put the euro against the CAD, the euro against the USD, the pound against the CAD, the pound against the USD. And then maybe I'll look at the New Zealand dollar against the Aussie, the USD, and the CAD. That's what I normally do. All right. Put the top 3 or 4 against the bottom 3 or 4. All right. That's not what I want you to do this week. All right. It's not an automatic because when you see bearish markets turn bullish, I always say, why is it turning bullish? All right, and the easy answer is this: if like the euro, why is that line so ridiculous? All right, the euro makes a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. When it starts doing this, coming up, that those the the strength numbers will increase, right? They'll go from negative territory to positive territory. And if we break a high, well, it's probably might go to number one, like the euro did. But why is it doing that? All right. Could it be just to make a lower high and then make a lower low afterwards? What's up, drunk? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, it has Drunken Monkey on as your YouTube avatar, as opposed to Drunken Monkey. The Drunken Monk. All right. You might want to check that out. You might want to check that out for some consistency. You know what I'm saying? All right, but that's my man, Drunken Monkey. Y'all go check him out, man. Check him out. Uh, Check out his YouTube channel. Okay. Um, he's the master of the markets. All right. So when you got a price making those lower lows and lower highs, and then it starts to move up, surge up to the upside, and it breaks structure here to you can start to say, oh well, we are bullish now. This is a bullish market, and it starts making its way up. You got to ask yourself why. All right, you got to ask yourself, is it just going up to make the lower high and then make another lower low? All right, so when it gets here, I'm looking in this leg of structure for a reason to that the market may reverse. It may find the supply somewhere here. All right, and I wouldn't want to be taking buys in this market. I wouldn't want to buy this market if it's in an area of strong supply. If it's or if it's approaching an area of strong supply. First, I don't want to take a buy into supply. First of all, I don't want to do that because I can get my it can turn around on you quickly, right? And secondly, uh, there's a high likelihood, a high probability that price may reject from there and make the lower low to continue the overall bearish trend. So that's where we are with some of these currencies right now. We're in areas where we can expect that price may reverse on us. So I'm being very careful to look at the individual markets for euro, pound, New Zealand, Swiss, yen, Aussie dollar, US dollar, and Canadian dollar. I'm going to look at these individual currency futures, and we're going to see just how strong or how weak they are. All right, let's start with the euro. All right, first thing I want to point out with the euro is the COT report. We've missed the last two COP reports. One for the holiday. The other one is what they did last week. All right, last week, as of last week, for the euro, banking institutions are 67% long. All right, 67% long. The majority are long. All right, and they are opening long positions since the 15th. Right, 7,000 here. 200 added another 229, and then opened up another 1,500. All right. On the other side, last week, the week before last, excuse me, on the 22nd, they closed 10,000 positions, 10,000 short positions. Now, they added short positions last week, just like they added long positions last week, but they took profit on their shorts. It's indicating to me that maybe we are in an area where price may reverse. Now I'm looking at the daily. I want you to take a quick look. I'll try and run through these because I get long winded too frequently. All right, all right. You can see that it's been making lower lows and lower highs all the way down, and it's been on the weekly. Each candle's a week. It's been bearish for a long time, folks. Okay, a very long time. All right, and we broke this critical low here. All right, this is a monthly low. All right, and once we started trading down there, and we went to parity and all that good stuff, I was like, oh, okay, this is the way it is. All right, we broke some strong structural points here, right, and you would expect some kind of pullback. Where would you expect that pullback to? To the areas where the breakouts took place. Let me get rid of this thing. This is driving me crazy. All right. To the areas where the breakout took place, at the very least. We came back above to trade above parity here. And here we find ourselves in supply. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking price is uh, could be possibly making a bear flag. All right. Just to do this. Okay. It's possible. All right. Because we are in this leg of structure here. All right. And here we are pulling back from discount to premium price. All right. The premium price, again, just so that my viewers who haven't been watching my videos know, I look in swing structure. I look for swing structure where price has a big swing to the opposite direction. All right. And where it stops. This is the trading range. All right. And if price is moving up from I'll divide that trading range in half, and the price moves is in this area. This is the discount area. This is the premium area. You want to take your shorts in uh, from premium prices, and you want to take your longs from discount prices. All right, prices move from discount to premium. You got it, and that's where I want to concentrate. I want to say, all right, is there a good possibility that price could find its way to turning around here? Could we be making the lower high to make the lower low? Because we haven't had a full blown pullback as of yet. All right, and this is a good area. We went from making that lower low, breaking that low, and then breaking this low. All right, we broke structure to the upside, so that means we're bullish. Looking for buys is what we should be doing, but I don't want to take buys here. Why? Because we're in supply, and I don't want to. I don't want to take. I don't want to buy this until price gives me some confirmation that we should be buying into this. I think there's a high probability that price may turn bearish here. So now I'm going back to the daily. I'm going back to the daily, and I'm spending too much time on this already. All right, I'm going back to the daily. We can see price is here, right? And you see what price did the last time it was here. Fell pretty well from here. So there, I believe that there may be selling orders here. All right, and there's an area where price has not ventured. All right, here. All right, this line here, right around 1,000. I mean 1.0609. All right, right around this area here is where I'm looking, and uh, uh, this is the midpoint of this zone, and the midpoint is where a lot of things happen. If we don't get past this midpoint, I'm thinking that price is going to come down, and I see that price is building up uh, uh, liquidity points here and here, and we have an unmitigated zone down here. All right, price could very well find its way to coming down and mitigating this unmitigated zone. This is an unmitigated extreme of this entire zone up here. All right, this is the unmitigated extreme. I expect price may continue bullishly for the first couple of days of the week, and then we're going to see what the reaction is up here. All right, and I'm looking for bearish price action if it presents itself. All right, I'm going to be very careful. If you're going to take buys, and you should because it is bullish. We cracked market structure to the upside. So if you're going to take buys, you should be looking for buys, but I would only be taking it on the lower time frames, 1 minute, 5 minute, no higher than the 15 minute. I'll be taking day trades here. But for swing traders, for the swing aspects, the longer term traders, I would look for a bearish price action once we get up here. If we get a break, a daily break and close above this midpoint, then I'm thinking that the likelihood is that we'll sweep this high, we'll continue higher, price will pull back, and that's when I will like to take a uh, swing trades. All right. I want to see this supply zone taken out first. Dang, this thing is dragging. I want to see supply take out the supply first. Right. I want to see demand take out the supply first, and I'll catch the pullback. And that's when I will like to buy this market with confidence. All right. We'll go to the British pound. We have a similar situation here. All right, you can see that it was a bearish market. Oh, let me see what we got going on in the. I see what you did, drunk. Yeah, Lions Den FX. I see what you did there. Instead of going with drunken monkey, I see what you did there. Okay. Do you have any tips for beginners? Yeah, I got plenty of tips, but save your questions, man. Just ask questions, man. Just ask your questions. All right. But I appreciate you answering him, drunk. Thanks. Now with the British pound futures. All right, check out my videos, my guy, Cool Prime. All right, check out my videos on the channel, man. You'll see I break down some things to the beginner level. Okay, and let's see, with the pound, you can see it's been bearish. It's been bearish. All right, and then we had a break of market structure to the upside, so we should be looking for bullish. Looking to buy this market. All right, we find ourselves in supply, just like with the Euro USD. All right, the last on the last COT report from the 29th, we're 70%, 71% short the banking institutions. 71% short in this market. All right. And they have, you see what they've been doing for the last, since the 15th, they are closing their long positions. They are closing big time long positions. All right. This week is like equal, they close almost the same amount of short positions, but the majority is short. You understand? And they've been closing those long positions. So it kind of hints towards maybe they're expecting price to turn around here. That the long positions aren't where they want to be. They're going to build up on their short positions. Okay, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm going to keep an eye on this because this is an area of supply. So it's the same kind of situation with the euro. I'm going to look for price to meet that midpoint, which is a whole number, right? 1.250. All right. And that's why I have it highlighted here. It's the midpoint. So we'll see if we get bearish price action here. All right. If price takes this supply out with a break and close, a daily break and close above, I'll wait for the pullback, and then I will be to the demand zone that is left behind, and that's when I would be feeling taking a swing positions. I'll be feeling really confident to take those swing positions to the upside. All right, to continue this bullish momentum, right? But we may see price react from this midpoint, and I want to catch that reaction. That is going to be a pretty nice reaction. It doesn't mean it's going to be a reversal all the way down, but it could would definitely have enough range here to find profitable plays. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's move to the Panav. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to New Zealand dollars. Yes, Panav. I'm going to get to it. All right. So we're going to New Zealand dollars futures right now. I got you covered, Mr. Java. All right. Look, the COT report says that it's not really helpful. 56% are short of the banking institutions. If 56% are short, oh no. All right. Hold on a second, will you please? Hold on one second. Yes. Yes. Hold on. Yes. From where? Oh, yeah. What's going on? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is a bad time. I have to hit you back. Can I? Is that all right? Okay. All right. All right. That's good. Got to turn my phone off. I forgot all about it. I'm sorry, y'all. There you go. All right. Now, all right. So this isn't the cop report isn't really helpful because it's like 50-50. They're not giving a hint. But you can see in the structure. You can see in this structure, right? Oh, I'm glad I got on this because what we want to do, what we want to do is make sure we understand what's coming up. Bank calling, asking about his trade. Go ahead, man. Uh, uh, listen, I had to take that call though. Um, this is the economic calendar for next week. All right, Sunday we got nothing. It's not going to be a big, high impact week, but there's going to be some news. All right, looking at this SBC Global, we got retail sales and all that good stuff, and we have now non-manufacturing for the U.S. dollar. But this is a key one here: the Aussie dollar interest rate decision. Interest rate decisions uh, or high impact events. And I want to watch this. They're looking to raise this, I believe, another 25 basis points. All right. It's not going to be the kind of raise that will reverse that market, but it will have an effect on that market for sure. Right. On the Aussie dollar. All right. Tuesday, what do we have? Not a whole lot of stuff there. I mean, this is these are red letter stuff. I tend to pay more attention to the higher impact events like interest rate decisions, CPI data, and FOMC and NFP. Those are the ones that have the potential to reverse a market. Those are the ones I tend to pay more attention to. All right. Still, if you're working on the lower time frames, you're doing intraday trades, you do not want to take a. I see you, Cool Prime. On I appreciate you making asking a question in Trading View, man. Do you have any tips for beginners? Yeah, yeah. Pay attention to some experienced guys for sure. All right, but look for a mentor. I got you. Let me handle this first. All right, just hang out. Okay. So if you're working on the lower time frames, you want to make sure you're not in a trade on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute when these news items take place. If you are in a trade, squeeze your stop losses and secure your trade. All right. If you're already in a trade, if you have any inkling of information that will tell you that it's going to go your way, the way of your trade, then stay in the trade by all means. But I like to stay clear from new entries around the news time because price could go up and smack your stop losses if you're using stop losses, which I highly recommend. But if you're not, just wait until the news takes place and then wait till the dust settles and then get look for trades. All right, the CAD has a interest rate decision coming on Wednesday, so I want you to be careful of that one. All right, because I believe they're going to keep in step or with what they've been doing, 50 basis point raises, and I think this might be the last one, and they're going to wait and see how the interest rate hikes have been affecting the economy going into 2023. I think they're going to this may be the last one, and they're going to give it maybe a quarter or whatever before they think about raising any more. All right, and U.S. On Thursday we got U.S. news with jobs claims, and then we have the you're going to see some movement with the consumer sentiment coming on Friday. So be careful around those events. Okay, I'm glad we happened upon that, so I can get that off. All right, now with the New Zealand dollar. All right, there's no particular news that they have this week. It's been moving very bullishly after a long time bearish. Look at that bearishness, right? But we did not take that low out, and I thought I had that target this low as a target for months. All right, and we came very close to it. We came very close to it. I had that target when it was breaking structure up here. When it made that low and it came up and broke that low, I was like, yeah, we're probably going to come down here. We did come, but we didn't quite touch it yet. But I want you to be careful with this. You see how we have this the momentum going up. All right, we are going up right into supply. Let me get this here. Boom. All right, the supply area here, and we are touching that supply. So I want you to be careful. I want you to be very careful. Price went up here, swept that high. All right, and then we broke market structure here. We broke market structure here, for just to say that this market is very bearish. All right, just to continue that bearishness, and then we started breaking structure up to the top side. We broke it here. We say, this is we have a change of character going on here. Price came back down, and then we broke this one. We broke that one. We're breaking shorter term lows, shorter term highs here, and indicating the bullish nature of this market. And we're back here at supply. The last time price came up to this area, we we made lower lows, right? Look, and then we come back up to this area, and then we break market structure to the downside. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting price may find uh, bearish price action towards the middle of this zone. All right, and the middle of that zone, clean that up. The middle of this zone is at 0.6500. 6500. So I want you to be careful. I want you to be careful and taking buys, continuing to buy this market. I would like to see this supply zone taken out before I feel confident that we're going to go higher. This is a triple top here, all right, and here we are back up at this top. So uh, I don't, quadruple tops and stuff, and then continuing down. I don't know. I'm expecting some kind of reaction right around here, a bearish reaction, maybe down to this demand zone, and then we may continue up higher. So I'm looking to take advantage of that, sell in that market if we start to see bearish price action present. All right, this is a bullish market. Make no mistake. All right, this is a bullish market. We've been trending bullishly, but this is our range, and this is the middle of that range. We are traveling from discount to premium. This is where I would be looking for that lower high to be made. So I'm going to be very careful taking buys with this market after this lovely bullish momentum going up into this market. All right, towards these highs. Looks like we may be heading towards that high. I'm looking for price to continue a little bullishly for the first couple of days, maybe up until the midweek, and then we may see a break of market structure to the downside. I want you to just keep your eye out for it. That's all. I want you to keep your eye out for it. Be careful taking buys into supply. That's it. Because supply means there's sells here, and you don't want to take buys into this because you can get smacked down. All right, does that make sense to everybody? I hope so. All right, I see you, drunk. I see you, man. Do you have any tips for beginners? I got you, cool prime. Hey, how are you? Is it NATO? NATO? Is it NATO PG8? I'm not sure how you would say that. How long did it take for you to master Forex? First of all, I don't consider myself a master of forex, but I got a handle on things. I will say that there is a drunken master in the chat, and you'll see him right there as Lions Den Effects. You'll see him in the chat there. That's where that that's my guy. That's my partner, and uh, he's got a mastery of the markets myself. Hey, Biggie Bag, how's it going? The drunk says he's master of his assets, but I got a good handle on things. But listen, I'm going to tell you, generally, just to answer that question quickly, it takes about 2 years. It takes about 2 years. All right, some guys can find success in months. All right, others will take longer. Some people have been trading for 5 years and have not found consistency. All right, but 2 years, you should be right around where you should find some consistency. And uh, I'll get more into that as soon as I get through this forecast. All right, let's go to the Swiss. All right, the Swiss francs. Swiss francs. Let's move it over. All right. Uh, Again, if we look on the euro, this is one of the stronger ones. We did pound, we did New Zealand dollar. All of these are the strong ones. I'm doing this the Swiss. It went from last week minus 0.42 to this week 2.27 in the green. All right. I want to be careful of this. Look at this surge. Look at that surge from way down here. All right, which was November, the beginning of November, up until uh, uh, the midpoint of November here, November 16th. All right. This was very bullish. So you got to expect a correction of this impulse, right? You got to expect a correction. All right. And we did correct, didn't we? And then price uh, started up again. This is very interesting to me, right? What are we building here? All right, what we are flagging. That's what we're doing. This looks like that it's creating some kind of bull flag, right, or pennant of some kind. All right, maybe even a wedge or whatever however you want to look at this. This looks quite bullish. All right, but what I noticed is that we didn't pull back towards the equilibrium of this trading range. All right, remember what I told you about the trading range, discount premium, right? We didn't get a full pullback yet, and we are at supply. And this is our second, third knock at going into supply. Yeah, we took out that high. All right, we took out that high, liquidated that high, and this high was then liquidated. All right, why are we having trouble getting past this high? Because we are in supply. All right, that's what I want you to be wary of. All right, do you want to take a buy into this? Because it looks like it may want to finally give us that pullback back to equilibrium, back to towards anyway the discount. We are in premium price, folks. So this is where I want you to be very careful. All right, we did not get a convincing break and close below this low. All right, to indicate that price wants to go lower. All right, it came up here, swept the high, and we're in supply. I want you to be very careful while price is up here. That's all I'm saying to you, folks. That's all I'm saying. So, what I want you to do is look at it for, if you're going to trade this bullishly, all right, because this is a bullish structure. If you want to trade this bullishly, stick to the lower time frame, stick to intraday trades, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, all right. But for those swing traders that are looking for something to hold, I would either wait until this supply is taken out. Let me enhance this supply a little bit better than this. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. Wait till the supply is taken out with with price breaking and closing above it, and then a pullback to the demand zone that is responsible for the break. Wait till that pullback, and then you can take these buys of New Zealand dollars with the New Zealand dollar. You can take those buys with confidence. All right, for the swing traders. All right, but there's going to be opportunities. There's going to be opportunities in this market. Why isn't this stuff disappearing? I don't know. I don't know what just happened there, but I don't like it when it does that because it looks like my computer is got too much going on. Can I just get this to? All right, all right. You want to do it that way? All right. So, and we already went over the COT report. Oh no, we didn't. I'm so glad. Look at this. The COT report for the Swiss, 91% short. All right. And I want you to look at the numbers, 82, 89, 90, 91. All of this is building up for short positions. All right. The majority of institutions are short, a high majority. All right. So I'm definitely looking for price to turn around here. All right. Definitely looking for price to turn around. Okay. That went from 75 back in October, 75 to 91%. All right. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. We gotta wait for confirmations of bearish price action. But we are in supply, and this is where you would expect it to happen. Okay, so let's see. This may be the top of the range here, and we may come down to this range. Like we did, we spent a lot of time going from the bottom to the top here. And then we spent time going from the top to the bottom, from here to here. Here we are again. All right, but look how much time it took this time. Very quick to the top. Will this supply hold and send it back to the bottom? I'm inclined to think that may happen. So I'm definitely looking for bearish price action up here. All right, let's move on. Everybody understand that? I hope that's pretty clear. Um 6-9 life, hot girls are waiting. Where is Leslie? Leslie's supposed to handle this for me. Doggone it. Let me let me get you out of here. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta get this get this stuff here. All right. All right. There you go. You get these guys putting all kind of stuff in my chats. All right. Sleeping, right? Yeah, I believe you're right. I believe you're right. Uh Now, if I could just move on. Okay. I don't understand. I just hit remove on somebody and they haven't gone yet. All right. All right. So let's move on to the next one. Yen. The yen COP report says that the banking institutions are 77% short. All right. And they've been hovering around that for a while. 70 down in October they were 79% short, and they're building back up to that 79% position. They're 77% right now short, and they closed their 2,600 long positions. They're not adding short positions as yet. All right, they closed a bunch of short positions. All right, but they're also closing a lot of long positions. So this isn't, you got to read between the lines on that one, right? I'm looking at the structure. You see how we have the swing high here? We have a swing low here, swing high, and then another break of market structure to the downside. All right. So I'm definitely looking at this market structure break to the downside as an indication that price may want to go lower. All right. But we see on the lower time frames, the 4 hour, you can see a 4 hour uptrend to what? Supply. Again, exactly the same as the rest one. You see a theme, don't you? You see the theme that I'm running here? All right. And that's right. Uh, 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 Drunk. Let go of that mentality, the gambler mentality. Let it go, and you'll be fine. So what we have is a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. I'm looking for that next lower high to continue this higher time frame downtrend, right? And you would expect that to happen at a premium priced supply zone. This is it. This is exactly the same with the other ones I went through with uh, Euro, Pound, New Zealand, Swiss. We have reached an area with all of them of price being in premium price. This is the range, top to bottom. All right, this is the middle of the range. All right, we are out of discount into premium price. So this may be, with all this momentum, this may right to the middle point. This may be the area where we see that lower high being made. All right, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm keeping an eye out for it. All right, price may push up through this, and that'd be great because then that would mean we're taking out this supply, and I'll be looking for the pullback to the demand that caused that supply to be taken out, and we could take buys in this market with confidence. All right, for the guys who are thinking bullishly, be careful taking buys into supply. Same message I've been saying, right? All right, because it can turn around on you because this may be the area where we're making that lower high to make the lower low. All right. So again, it's the same message. Let's look for bearish price action. We keep an eye out for it. If price gives me a break and close, a daily break and close above the midpoint of this supply zone, uh, wait for the pullback and uh, look for more of your intraday trade, intraday buy setups. Okay, that's it. I mean, if you're going to trade this bullishly, if you're going to trade this, take longs in this market because you see this 4 hour uptrend. All right, just understand the higher time frame is showing a downtrend. All right, and we have to make a lower high at some point. This may be that point. That's the same message I'm giving with the rest of them. All right, let's look at the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar has an interest rate decision on Monday, so be wary of that. Also, just be wary that we have made lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. We may be in the area supply to make that lower high. All right, to make the next lower low. We had a market structure break right there. All right. All right. Now on the 4 hour, yeah, we have lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we break this this structure point on the 4 hour. So we have a 4 hour uptrend into supply. All right. This is an area that is unmitigated, the unmitigated extreme of the daily zone. All right. An unmitigated 4 hour zone. Let me make sure you understand what I'm saying there. All right. This zone here is this is the daily zone. All right, daily zone of supply. All right, there is an extreme here. All right, that is just now being contacted, and we see the reactions. All right, Friday we did not close above that high. Very interesting to me. Okay, so we see the loss of upward momentum here. We swept the high into the extreme. All right, this is where I would be looking for bearish price action. Okay, we may see price move up a little bit more to sweep that high, but until I see a break and close on the daily above that high, above this midpoint of this zone, all right, I'm thinking that this zone may hold, and we may see a break of market structure to the downside, and price comes down to this unmitigated demand zone, just like in the other ones. Just like in the other ones, this would be where I would target if I can get involved here. I want to target this low here. That's what I want to do. Okay, that's a swing perspective. That's a swing perspective. All right. If you're looking to continue taking buys here, I would caution against it because you're going into supply, and you can see we already lost some of that upward momentum. So I would be very careful taking buys of the Aussie dollar against its counterparts. Now we're getting down to the U.S. dollar. All right, actually the Dixie. All right, this is the US dollar index. And you can see that if we pan out, it's been, come on, stop that. It's been very bullish, very bullish. It's been the strongest one for months. All right. And then all of a sudden, it couldn't break the high. Why? Because we ran into supply here. You see how I have it highlighted here? We tried to get higher, and then we broke that low. We tried to come higher, couldn't break these highs, and then it just continued lower. This is classic stuff. All right, we broke market structure to the downside, and we're bearish. Period. All right. Now, do I want to continue to short? Do I want to continue to short the U.S. dollar? I do not. Right now, we are in demand. All right, this is demand. It held here, and it catapulted price to break market structure to the upside. All right, here we are again. All right, what do we have here? Got a double bottom going on, right? All right, and price is showing uh, a reaction to the zone. Could it go lower? It certainly could because these are lows that have stop losses. There's liquidity below these lows. All right, and this is the last swing low before price gets really nasty down here. If we break this low, the demand zone that we're in right now. I don't know if you can see it clearly. I'll make it a little darker for you. All right, if we break this demand zone here, uh, good night, good night for a minute. All right, I do believe that we may see some more bearishness in this market. all right, for the first couple of days of the week. But you see the reaction here, right? So I'm going to watch the middle of this zone right here, all right, intently. Why? Because this is 104. It's a nice whole number, all right in the middle, all right, and uh, price tends to, uh, uh, find support and resistances at those whole numbers, right? That'll be the extreme here of this zone. The extremes is where the magic happens of the demand and supply zones. So I would mark this extreme right here, and we are tapping that extreme. So I'm definitely want to see if this demand zone holds here. If we get a break and close, a daily break and close below this low, then we're going lower. All right, and you can take those shorts with confidence. From here, taking a short into demand is not recommended by me, but you can see how bearish we are in this market. Take your shorts if you'd like, but make sure you're taking them on the shorter, the lower time frame, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. All right, because you don't know if this is going to reverse. All right, are we losing momentum? It looks like we may be. It looks like we may be. That's a lot of momentum with this doji candle. All right, this is looking like we may be losing some momentum here, and we may be able to expect bullish price action for a reversal. I have that in my mind, and I'm looking for that reversal here. I am looking for that reversal here because we had a break of market structure here, and we did not get a 50% pullback. All right, all right. I'm looking for price to pull back up to these areas. So I'm looking for something like this. I am. All right. This is an unmitigated supply zone here, and I would like to see that hit. That would be my first target. If I can find a reason to get involved here, we need to see bullish price action for me to get involved to take buys in the US dollar. All right. Last one is the Canadian dollar. All right. Uh, we have a Canadian interest rate decision on Wednesday. All right, guys. If you got questions, make sure you hold on to your questions and until I'm finished with this forecast because I want to get this information out. All right, and I do want to answer your questions, especially Cool Prime and NATO, whatever. I believe it's NATO. NATO. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, NATO. All right. And I appreciate you guys being patient with me. Thank you. Let's see. Um, Now, with the Canadian dollar, 59% short. The banking institutions are 59% short. Doesn't really give you a whole lot of information with that. They closed 1,600 long positions and added 2,800 short positions. All right. Doesn't mean they want to go short. uh, they're closing a bunch of long positions now since the 15th. 2000 on the 15th, 723 on the 22nd, and the 29th they closed 1600 more. All right. But they're not exactly adding a bunch of short positions either. So you, you take that COT report with a grain of salt. What we see is structure. All right. We have stop it. We have uh, market structure, a low being made here, a swing high, swing low, swing high. I'm looking for this area. Is this my lower high? That's it. Is this the lower high? The expectation is price to continue lower here. All right, that's the expectation with this structure. Now, on the 4 hour, you can see that we did break structure to the upside, right? But again, why are we breaking structure? Why are we breaking structure to the upside? This is internal. This is an internal structure point that's being broke. And when you have an internal structure point being broken, you got to ask yourself, is it just to the lower low to make the lower high? All right. And then we have another lower low to follow. But internal structure was broken to make that lower high, just like we might be seeing here. And This if this is my uh, uh, trading range, or from this swing high to this swing low, is that if that's my trading range, we are right at the middle, right at equilibrium. All right, this could very well be the lower high being formed. All right, and the fact that we broke it broke this demand zone here. This is demand. That's what that is. You might not be able to see it because I don't have it very dark. I don't know why I make a habit of doing it. All right, it broke through. When you break demand zones, it's because supply is in control. So my expectation is for these lows to come under attack. All right. I am bearish with Canadian dollar. All right, and if we look at the the RT money meter, I'm justified as it is the weakest of all of the currencies. All right, so I want to short this. I would like to short it against the euro, but I want to be careful of these. All right, you want to put these currencies, the ones that are strong but getting stronger. All right, and the weak ones like the Canadian dollar, although it got a little stronger since last week, it is a bearish market that is the weakest of all of the market. So I want to put the ones that are moving up. I want to put those against the CAD. All right. So that's the way I like to pick my pairings. It gives you the highest chance of success, right? Now, with this, I'm looking to see price continue bearishly here. That's what I'm looking for. It's a little choppy, this corrective structure here, so I'm looking for price to continue down. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, now I'm going to get to the actual markets. All right, everybody with me? I'm hoping that you are. All right, I'm checking the chats. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. All right. We don't have any new ones in here. Do not forget to hit the like button, my people. I appreciate that. Hit the like button if you would. Okay. And we'll see how that's going. All right. We only got 7 people in here right now, which is fine. I want to make sure I get over these my list. Come on, man. There you go. The ones that I'm watching. All right, I'm looking at the euro right now. I'm going to the daily real quick. Uh, what we can see, the orange lines, those orange dotted lines are reminders, my notifications. All right, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this. Prices making lower lows, lower highs, coming down, and I got this thing distracted me. Hold on a second. All right, all right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at this these zones. All right. I have prices in the supply zone. I'm going to the 4 hour. Prices in the supply zone right now here in the euro, and it's made lower lows, lower highs. We see on the lower time frames the 4 hour uptrend up into this supply right here. All right. And I told you before, I'm looking for price to start showing whether it may uh, be turning around here. I'm expecting some follow through with Euro USD, some follow through. It's been bullish. We have an uptrend on the 4 hour. But we look like we may be losing some steam on the momentum. So I'm looking for price to start giving me bearish price action around here. All right around 1.06500. This is the area that I suspect within the next couple of days we may see some bearish price action and a turning point. All right. Remember, I'm thinking that the Dixie, the U.S. dollar, is going to come down into this demand zone. All right. Remember what I just finished breaking down in the U.S. dollar index futures. All right. We are in demand, and we have some momentum coming into that demand. All right. We have uh, uh, this liquidity. We have a demand zone that has not been mitigated yet. And I believe price is going to come down here within the next couple of days and mitigate this unmitigated demand zone. And we may see a reversal here. So, with that in mind, that distance to this demand zone and that potential reversal, I'm looking for the exact opposite, the mirror opposite in the Euro USD. We may see a reversal come up here right around 1.0650. And I'm going to start looking for it here. If you want to take longs in this market, stick to the lower time frames, stick to day trades. All right, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. All right, you want to take longs into that. I think that's kind of dangerous. I'll be honest with you, even though it's been moving in an uptrend. All right, but we're going into strong supply, unmitigated zones. So stick to the lower time frames if you're going to take longs into that market. All right. For the pound USD, let's take a quick look at the daily. It's almost an identical situation. All right. We see that price is moving down. We see a 4 hour uptrend. All right. Why are we having an uptrend in a down market? Maybe to make a lower high. Exactly as I've been saying, right? You see the dotted line there. That's going to be a reminder. Once price hits that, I'm going to get a notification that we are in this supply zone here, right? We are already in supply here, and I believe that we may break this supply. No problem. All right. If price breaks the supply and then comes back, I'm looking at the demand zone that's here to take a buy from into this supply. You understand? All right. I don't want to take my buy right off the bat because it may get turned around because this is supply zone. This is where the sells are. All right. The sellers are. All right. So I want to wait until this supply zone is taken out. And if we get a pullback into this demand that is responsible for taking out the supply, then I would love to take a buy into here. All right. And this is once it reaches this demand, this supply zone up here, once it reaches this is where I would have my TP for any buys. All right, I'm looking for a price to start to show me confirmations that it may want to turn around. All right, a confirmation is going to be this: a higher high, a low, a high, excuse me, a high made, a pullback, a higher high made, a sweep. I need to see a sweep, and then a break of that low that swept that high. Got it? I need to see a higher high made, a break of market structure. The pullback is where I would take my buy, a high probability sell, excuse me, a high probability sell to the downside. This is my confirmation. This is my confirmation entry. All right. You got to let the market demonstrate that it wants to go lower. That's what I'll be looking for up here. Hope that's clear. That's why you see a little thing here. That's what I'm looking for. All right. If you're going to take buys, stick to the lower time frames and wait for price to take out supply first, pull back, and then take your buy, and just what do you call keep your what do you call your expectations limited. All right. I'm taking a buy just to here, and that is going to give me plenty. Let me tell you, the range from current price to here. I thought I just measured it. I don't know what just happened there. Hold on a second. Let me get that out of here. All right, let's try this again. All right, from here to here is 100 over 100 pips, 127 pips. If you can't make your rent with that, I don't know what to tell you. All right, so we're gonna move on to Aussie USD. Aussie USD, pretty similar situation. All right, we have an unmitigated zone. This is the 4 hour. We have an unmitigated zone up here, and price is heading towards this unmitigated extreme of this daily zone. This is the daily zone. I just highlighted it just now. All right, this is the daily zone here. All right, this is the unmitigated um, extreme of that daily zone. So I'm looking for price if it's going to come up here and give me that bearish price action. All right. Just understand, just pan out and see that this has been a very bearish market. Lower lows and lower highs all the way down. On the lower time frame, this is 4 hour, you can see an hourly uptrend. But why isn't moving in an uptrend? Moving in an uptrend in a bearish market? Maybe to make that lower high to continue moving down. The higher time frames rule the lower time frames. You can see that we had an inverted head and shoulders here that played out lovely. All right. For the reversal, that's a reversal pattern. All right. Price has lost the momentum going up right at supply. So this is where we may see price turn around. Okay. Easy enough. We're going to New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar USD. Who's the one that asked me about the New Zealand dollar USD? Who asked me about that? Somebody asked me about that. There you go. Panav Java. All right. I hope you're paying attention, Panav. Okay. All right. So, same kind of situation. All right. Just pan out. Just pan out. You can see that we've been very bearish for a long time. All right. Price finally broke structure to the upside. Internal structure. Why is it internal? In case I didn't explain it, it's internal because it's within the trading range. Anything within this high and this low, the swing high and swing low, that is internal structure. And when you break internal structure to the upside, opposite of the external structure, the swing structure, you got to ask yourself, why is it doing that? Maybe to facilitate a lower high. All right. So we are pulling into, I keep repeating that, so I'm not going to harp on it too much more. All right. We are pulling into a demand zone, a supply zone. If we go to the daily, you can see it very clearly. It's the daily time frame. All right. You can see where the low was made, the break of market structure here to the downside, right? And here we are all the way up to that extreme. We may be double topping here. We came here, came here, starting to move down further. Will we break this high? Will we break the extreme of this supply zone? I don't know. All right, we have a lot of momentum going up in there, and we haven't seen a sign of that dissipating any. We haven't seen a sign of weakness, but price is bullish. Uh, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All right, very bullish, and we're coming to the extreme. This is where I'm going to look now. Here's the deal. This will reveal itself very quickly because we're right here. We're right here now. All right. So if price takes out this supply zone, I'm waiting for price to pull back, and I will take my buys with confidence. Take a swing entry. Yes, I would. All right. But I don't want to take a buy from here because we are going into the extreme of this supply. So I don't recommend taking buys from here. I don't. All right. Not unless price pulls back to this demand zone, and we'll see what we'll look for bullish price action here. All right. And that's why I would take a buy. I would feel safer taking a buy here at this level than here, way up in the leg, way up late in the leg of this bullish leg here. You understand? So I'm looking for bearish price action once it comes into contact with this supply. All right, and this is what I'm looking for. The same pattern, same pattern. All right, a high, a pullback, a higher high, a break of market structure to the downside, demonstrating that price wants to go lower, and the pullback. That's where I take my high probability trade to the downside. Very simple, very easy. All right, cookie cutter. All right. Let me give you a tip. Let me give you a tip. If you enter your trades the same way, you put your stop loss the same way with your same risk management. If you show consistency with your trading execution, you will see consistency in your profits. Period. You have to back test. You have to forward test your trading methodology, your trading strategy. All right. You have to know that it is an edge that you can bank on. All right. And once you have your edge, you have to execute that trade, that strategy, the exact same way every time. Your entries should look pretty identical, pretty, very close to being identical. All right. You should have the same entry criteria and the same risk management with each trade. You show consistency with that, you'll see consistency in your profitability. I promise you that. I promise you that. USD JPY is next. USD JPY. What am I looking for? All right. Uh, you can see that price on the daily has reached a zone, a daily demand zone, a daily demand zone. All right. We're paying attention to this one right here. Okay. And what I want you to see is that I am watching it. All right. We go down to the 4 hour. You can see the price action a little closely. You can see price has been moving very bearishly up into this thing, right? We have lows. We have break of market structure to downside. Looks pretty bearish, right? But we are coming into this is the US dollar against the yen. The yen has been outperforming the US dollar. But remember, I told you, I'm looking for the dollar to quite possibly turn around at this demand zone. All right. Coming back to US dollar yen, we're at demand. All right. And I'm looking for price to quite possibly do its thing here. All right. You can see that we've lost some momentum coming into this demand zone. We have a reaction there. All right. Doesn't mean we're not going to take that low, but the what do you call it? The momentum is obviously uh, kind of questionable here. All right. So uh, what I want to see what price is going to do here. Now, the reason why you see this eye and this little demand zone here is because I went down to the 1 hour. Yes, I did. I took a sneaky peek down to the 1 hour. All right. And you can see that we have a change of character here. All right. As price comes down and hits this demand zone, we did have a reaction. We have a change of character here. Price broke market structure on the lower time frames, lower market structure, lower time frames market structure to the upside. I want to see how price, if this low will hold. That's what I want to see right now. If this low will hold. All right. And if it does hold, we'll find out right here. As price continues down in here, we might see bullish price action here. Okay. All right. And that's what I want. I want you to keep an eye out for it because that when price this the change of characters are the early warning sign that price may be about to shift momentum from bearish to bullish momentum. All right, it's not the same as a break of structure. All right, a BOS. All right, the BOS in this case. Ooh, wow, the BOS would be up here. All right, this will give us the early warning sign that price, if price holds here, we may see a break higher here. And if we start to see, if we see a break of this high and we see a pullback, we have the beginnings of a trend. All right. You only need two higher highs and higher lows in order to make a trend. All right. You only need to see two of them. We might see lower time frame confirmation that we have a trend going. You understand? That's the way this works. So I'm looking at this break. I'm looking at price to give us some bullish price action upon the open. We'll see this Monday, Tuesday, and if we see price hold here, hey, this might be a great area to get involved in long positions. All right, let's move on to the US dollar CAD. All right, if we go to the 4 hour, you can see what I'm looking at easy. All right, price came up here. US dollar CAD against the Canadian dollar, which is the weakest one, right? You can see that the CAD had outperformed the dollar here, right? And we see that there was a change of character here. All right, prices making higher highs and higher lows on the lower time frames, and then we have a break of market structure here. Now I'm looking to see, is this going to hold against the Canadian dollar? Is this going to hold? This is I got an arrow on this, but I don't want you to get distracted by it because if you remember, these two are the two weakest. I don't want to put weak against the weak. All right, and both of them are trending. One is the Canadian dollar was at minus 4.49 last week, and now it's at minus 3.43. It's actually trending up, and the U.S. dollar is trending down, and that may be temporary, right? So I want you to be very careful with this. But I'm pointing out some things. I'm pointing out that against the CAD, the U.S. dollar is not the strongest against this CAD. All right, and we did see a an interesting uh, uh, change of character here. We might see price hold here and continue down into take these lows, take all of this liquidity down to here, and we may see the turnaround once it gets down here. All right. This is a couple of days away, like I've been saying. All right. On the US dollar index, this is a couple of days away. And this is an unmitigated zone down here. All right. We haven't touched it here. All right. So I'm looking for a short term play. We may see a sell to the buy, a sell to the buy. All right. So I'm going to keep an eye out on this one because this is an interesting market. And I think there's going to be an opportunity here, but I'm being very cautious with uh, uh, selling the U.S. dollar against anybody because of what it's heading towards. It looks like it may head towards a reversal. All right. And we may have already hit that reversal here with this higher highs and higher lows here. So I'm definitely want to see how price reacts while it's here. All right. Be careful with USD CAD. This one's tricky, but I think there's an opportunity that may present itself. Let's look at pound JPY on the 4 hour. Lots of sideways action. I don't like these kind of markets. All right. And then we finally break market structure to the downside. We finally break market structure to the downside, right? And then we'll recover. Boom, boom, boom. We're breaking market structure to the upside. We broke this range to the upside. So I am definitely bullish, right? Then price makes lower, low, lower, high, lower, lower, high. We come right back into that range. So what am I supposed to think about the yen, the pound against the yen? All right, like I showed you in the futures with the yen had a surgence. All right, as the dollar was going down, the yen went the other way. All right, these are safe haven currencies. Okay, is the yen heading towards a reversal? Is the pound heading towards a reversal? The pound on the RT money meter is one of the ones that was surging up, right? But it's right at supply right now, so you want to be careful with that. The yen is kind of bullish neutral, all right, more towards bullish, all right, and it was at minus 407. Now it's at, look at that. That is the biggest leap of them all. Minus 407 to minus 181. All right, so I am inclined to take uh, uh, Japanese strength plays as opposed to uh, uh, anything else. I just and I if I'm thinking if I'm looking at this structure, I'm looking at the fact that we broke these lows, right? We had a pullback, all right, failed to make a new high, and we broke those lows, all right. We pulled back, failed to break that high. We have a little baby head and shoulders here that played out, and we are still coming down. I'm looking for short plays down to this zone. All right, I'm looking for to get involved with shorts down into this unmitigated zone of demand. All right, that's why I got the eye here. So I'm looking for bullish price action if any presents itself, and we'll see how that goes. But I'm definitely looking for shorts in pound yen. I hope that's pretty clear to see. All right. Price did break that high here and been bearish since. So I want to see what it does here. Price this zone could hold and turn this thing back around. All right. Let's go to gold. I know you like gold. Hey, who's saying hi? Mujuni Solomon. Hey, how you doing? All right. Hey, gold was next. I got you. Gold is next. Okay. All right. Glad to see you on board. Glad to see you on board. Okay. Uh, let me write something there. I got you covered. I got you covered. All right. Okay. Now, let me see what we got here. In gold. Gold's interesting to me. Let's take a look at the daily. All right. See where I got my eye? I'm watching the zone. Why? I'm watching the same zone that I was watching in the FX pairs. This is supply. All right. Price came up here. All right. Swept the high here. Swept this high. And then we've seen things go bearish from there. You see that big candle from this zone? Letting me know that there's sellers here. All right. Price came back up, mitigated, found those same sellers again, found more sellers there, picked up more sell orders, and broke market structure again to the downside. Then we had this reversal, right? Price is breaking internal structure to the upside. Why is it doing that? Are we facilitating a lower high? Well, we'll see. What I want to do, what I want you to notice is, are we losing momentum going into this supply zone? Looks like we are with that bearish candle on Friday. Yeah, I like that. So I like when things seem to clear up. All right. Yeah, we had some rejection from the upside. So I think that we may go further into this demand zone. All right. And we should sweep this high. All right. I believe that high will be swept, but I believe we may see a double top here, and we may get that timing with the U.S. dollar. Remember what I showed you? The U.S. dollar index is heading towards a demand zone, and I believe once we reach that, we may see market structure being broke to the upside, and that would mean the price of gold would come be dragged down. We are right at the same areas where one is nearing demand, this one is at supply, right? And I want to see if we're going to see some bearish price action here. We're going to see some follow through, I believe. All right. We may see some sideways action and a little bullishness continue as price loses its steam to the upside. And then I believe I'll be looking for price to give me some bearish price action once it reaches up towards the middle here. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if that's the way this plays out. All right. It could very well power on through. All right, till it gets up here to the extreme of this zone, and uh, and then we may see bearish price action. I don't know, but first things first, I want to see once we get up to the middle, are we going to get bearish price action here to confirm uh, shorts to the downside? This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one, in my opinion. So let's move to the silver is pretty good. Silver's got an interesting setup because we have double highs here. I mean, a double top that's forming. There's liquidity up these tops here. All right, price may break this supply zone, and you know what I like. If it takes out supply, I'm waiting for the pullback so I can take a buy with confidence. Okay, so I want to see if price turns around over up here. All right, that we can see the price action a little closer up on the lower time frames. Same situation as gold. If we see price come up in here, lose steam, and then start breaking market structure to the downside, that's when I would start. That's when I would look for that short because I know that the U.S. dollar index is doing the exact opposite. So, but we got to look for confirmations before we take any entries, right? All right, and I would love to see it come down to this demand zone. This would be my target. This would be my target. A sweep of that low. If I can get involved with a short here, this would be my target down here. All right, that's silver. All right, and let's go to oil. Oil, one of my favorites. Why? Because I think the the price action is pretty good, pretty obvious. We hit a double top here. Price finally started to break down from up here, right? Breaking market structure here, all right, and we made a new swing low. Great. I love it when the swing lows are broken because then I look for those pullbacks. All right. And then we started the pullback here. All right. And we took out that internal high here. All right. Remember, this is the trading range. All right. We have a pullback here. Pullback here. This is the trading range. We broke that structure to the upside. So we should be looking for buys, right? Well, on the lower time frames, yes, buys will work. But I want you to look. I want you to look very closely. All right. This is a very nice reversal. All right. We'll break these lows, come down, and then we break that high. That's a very nice reversal. Very nice indication that price wants to go higher. As we pull back, we have a change of character here, but here's the demand zone. If price comes back down here, I'm looking for bullish price action to continue up higher. The 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 break of this high, all right, this is indicating price wants to go higher to me. All right, we'll wait for that pullback. All right, and if you look from the low, the swing low to the swing high, this is right around equilibrium. All right, right around the 50% mark. This is where I want to take a long position and uh, take it up as it continues up higher. All right, so that's what I'm looking for in the in crude oil. The last one is the indices. Now you can use this analysis uh, uh, for Nasdaq and the Dow because they generally hold, they correlate positively, right? All right. If I can get to the daily, doggone it. All right, you can see that this market has been basically bearish, right? Swing lows being broken. That swing high was broken, but then we broke the swing low. All right, so we have a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. We break that high just like we did on this one. We break that high, and you get fooled into thinking, hey, we're going up higher. No, sir. We break the low. All right, we break mark structure low. So I am bearish. Swing was the higher time frames shows a downtrend. Right now we have the 4 hour uptrend going on. Again, I bring you to that same question. Why is it going higher on the lower time frames when the higher time frames is showing the downtrend? Is it to facilitate another lower high to make the lower low? Is it to facilitate that bearish structure, that bearish downtrend? Or are we seeing a full on reversal where this high is likely to get taken out? And we're going to the stars as the dollar shoots down. I don't know. But what I want you to understand is keep your eye on the Dixie, the US dollar index. We are at the US dollar index again, like with the other ones, is coming into this strong demand. All right, we have momentum coming into this strong demand. I believe once it reaches this strong demand, that we may see bullish price action that'll take us back up in the other direction. Meanwhile, the opposite would hold true for the indices, for the Nasdaq, for the Dow, and this S&P. We have traded bullishly into this supply zone, the extreme of a larger daily supply zone. All right, this is the daily. This is the daily. The four. We're at the this this one was the weekly supply zone. All right, and we are at the daily extreme inside of that weekly supply zone. This is the daily supply, and we have touched it, and we have reacted to it. All right, have a bearish reaction, but a pretty good rejection there, right? All right, but what I want you to see is look at this. That's a pretty strong. 4 hour uptrend, isn't it? All right. But we have a loss of steam up here. That's what I want you to see. The bullish momentum is weakening and we are in supply. All right. So I want to see, are we going to get bearish price action here? What would indicate to me to take shorts is if we break this trend line, we break that trend line, this yellow trend line going up. I can't get a straight line. This one. All right. If we break that and pull back, this will be the high probability trade to the downside. All right. We have to break market structure. I want to see a sweep of this what do you call liquidity. All right, because there are stop losses below these points where people have left their stop losses to take long positions. All right, market makers are going to come and get that. All right, and I believe we may see this a pullback. This would be a high probability trade to the downside, in my opinion. Where would I take it to? I'd take it to right here first. This would be TP1 right here, this demand zone. So I got my eye on it. You see that eye, right? All right, but this is the supply zone that I'm watching. Supply zone here. All right, so we see that price is already reacting to it. We could very well see this take out this supply, all right, and mitigate the higher demand. We may see a sweep here and then come down. We just may. But I'm here now. We haven't touched the midpoint of this zone. Once we get a break and close on a daily break and close above that midpoint, then I'm starting to think that we may take out this supply zone, and I'd wait until price pull back to the demand that is responsible for taking out this supply and take a high probability trade to the upside. Yep, that's the confirmations that you wait for. I don't get confirmations. I don't, and price takes off without me. It just continues to go up. I don't mind. No, I didn't take a loss. And I won't. I don't suffer from FOMO. If it goes without me, it just goes without me. I need my setup. I need my setup. I need to execute my trade the same way every time. Okay, because I know that's my edge. That is my edge. All right. So this is an unmitigated extreme. All right, up here. This is an unmitigated extreme up to that midpoint. It's not a straight line. All right, the midpoint of this zone. All right, so I'm waiting for price to show me that it's going to respect that and then break, and I'll take the high probability trade to the downside from the pullback. I hope that makes sense. That's all I got for next week. All right. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions? Anybody? All right. Because if you don't, I'm just going to sign off. It is now 2:27. I'm way past my 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 time that I wanted to put on this. I only wanted an hour or so, but if you got questions, I'll gladly answer. If you don't, we can end it. We can end it, and that'll be fine. All right. I'm open to anything. Next week, I don't think I might. I'm doubting whether I'm going to put out a live stream, or I may put out a video, but I doubt if I'll do a live stream next week because the last 2 weeks of December are for me not good trading. A lot of people, a lot of the big boys, all right, the bigger traders, speculators on the street are on vacations. All right, so the volume will be less and it'll be volatile, it'll be unpredictable. All right, and you won't see very big, large movements, and when you do, they might come suddenly. So that's not the kind of trading conditions I like to trade in. All right, so it doesn't make any sense putting out content for it. Okay. I'm going to be concentrating on back testing, forward testing, and because I'm looking to go from just consistent to rich. All right, I'm letting you know this on YouTube. I want to be rich by the end of this time next year. I want to be rich. When I say rich, you're going to know it because I'm going to be doing everything for free. All right, I'm going to be mentoring for free. I'm going to be hanging out on Trading View or doing live streams. I'm going to be offering mentoring kind of stuff for free. You understand? But I'll only do it for free if I am beyond the my financial situation right now. Lions Den, Lions Den FX, also known as Drunken Monkey, is already rich. All right, and he's done well with his trading style. His trading, his trading. He's done. He's just done well with it, consistent, and he has been for years. Check out his YouTube channel, people. He's somebody you want to ask questions to for sure. All right, a lot of experience and a lot of wisdom there. All right, the guys that we hang out with, there are some guys that are that come to mind that are well experienced, know what they're doing. You know, you might want to hang out. Check out the links in my description. Okay, as far as uh, tips for beginners, do not go from trading style or strategy to strategy. Do not just jump from one to the other. This one's not working. That's not working. Let me tell you something. Concentrate on risk management. If you don't know what that is, look it up. All right. Look at my videos. Look at Drunk's videos. Look at anybody's videos talking about risk strategy, risk management. All right, how to, it's not as simple as don't risk more than 1% per trade. It's not that simple. All right, it's about knowing that you're only going to put a certain amount of risk with each trade, whether it's 0.25% or whether it's 1% of your trading account. You only want to risk. You only want to say to the market, "I'm willing to risk $25 of my $100 account." All right, which is way too much, by the way. All right, my say you got a $500 account and you only want to risk $25. All right, that's you draw the line. All right, if the trade doesn't work, you only lost $25, but you live to trade another day. If you have great risk management, if you have a sound risk management system, all trading styles can work. Any one of them can work. Whether you use just trade with price action and naked charts, or whether you use indicators, whether you use supply and demand principles, or you use support and resistance strategies, whether you use smart money concepts, or whether you use anybody's concepts. All right, uh, any style could work, but you got to put the time in to make it work. But with risk management, you have a solid footing to try that strategy, to work that strategy without fear of busting out your account. All right, immediately. Work on your risk management. I wish somebody would have told me that from the beginning, because I went around hopping around from strategy to strategy, thinking that, well, that one's not working out for me. Oh, this one isn't like it doesn't fit my personality and all this other silliness. I don't believe I did Euro USD once I what is that, Horn Christian. All right, listen, I did Euro USD first. So once I post this video on TradingView and YouTube, just go over it again, go to the beginning, and you'll see it. All right. Um, but yeah, somebody would have told me about risk management. I would have did that first, and I would probably save myself thousands of dollars. All right, going around from strategy to strategy, it doesn't really is not is only going to be expensive and extend your learning curve. Take a, get a hold of somebody, a good mentor. All right, somebody, pick a YouTube guy. It doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be me. Or it doesn't have to be anybody. It could be whoever you want. Somebody who you think is successful and does it well, and they show a trade from beginning to the end. MDR, ahlan wa sahlan. Good to see you, brother. All right. listen, just understand that once you get with a good mental, get into that strategy, get into back testing that strategy, forward testing that strategy. All right, and taking notes. You can make any one of those trading styles work, but you have to have good risk management. Okay, you can make it work, but you got to put the time in. You got to make sure you are putting the time in with it. Anyway, I will leave you with that. Okay, be careful next week. Might be a tricky week for the first couple of days. I want to see if the U.S. dollar will reverse. It may reverse from mid to late the later part of the week, um, but it may start to turn more bullish. But we'll know if it starts breaking supply, if it starts breaking demand zones, if price just continues to make lower lows in the U.S. dollar, then I know that we're going to just see continuation from last week in all of the forex pairs across the board. We're just going to see continuation of what they were doing last week. All right, we'll see what happens once we see it. Price reacts, how price reacts to those supply and those demand zones I pointed out in each individual pair. Okay, I will see you in the next video, and I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all. You're welcome, Yogita. I want to thank you all for spending time with me on your Sunday, and I really appreciate talking to you guys after being away for a few weeks. You know, Leslie, finally you show up, doggone it! I was looking for you earlier. I'm hoping that you were able to catch on to some things. Anyway, you'll be able to see the video once it's posted on the YouTube channel in the live section, right? And who's that? Kimson? Kimson? I don't know what Kimson is. Zinch and base. I can't read your name well. Basil Kha? Base. You know who I'm talking to. Base. IK. Is that an LK? Yeah. LKHA. I'm sorry, I'm having so much trouble with it. Basil from Dubai. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. Shakumaku. I got you, right? All right. Shlon, Shlon, Shlonik. There you go. Shlonik. It's a Khalil. Good, good. That's a good name. That's a good name. I like that name. All right. But I'm really glad to see MDR here, man. All right. I'm glad to see MDR here. And what's happening too? Aha. Tamam. I appreciate that. Shukran jazilan. Tamam. My man. Mumtaz. Mumtaz. Uh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll see you guys in the next one. Look toward for the next live stream will probably be in 2023. But check out, look, keep an eye out for postings though. You know, if I post some ideas on TradingView or in YouTube, look for those postings. Okay. All right. And let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and end the YouTube. If I can figure this out again, because you, in order for uh, the in order for you to end it, end the live streams, you got to make sure that you're doing it properly. Otherwise, it'll make it'll make for a long time that the you might not see